Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. Right, I need you to use your imaginations now. I need you now, every single one of you, to imagine that you yourself are not a Christian. Okay? So you know nothing about God really. You don't really know anything about church. And you yourself, you're walking along this street and you see a street preacher. What would grab your attention if you're a non-Christian? What style, what approach? Forget about props now. Forget about giving out free money or holding a fishing rod or doing all these different sort of things that grab people's attention using props. What approach, style, delivery way would get your attention? Would it be the first approach, which I'd like you to give me an opinion now? The first approach of me preaching is a forthright approach where I'm saying, you cannot take or leave this message. This is a strong message. You need to hear this. You know, like a fire alarm, it warns of danger. You know, we're really strong with our approach. Or the second approach, which you're going to see in a couple of moments' time, is the gentle approach. The loving approach, this friendly, chatty conversation where you're being interactive and you're trying to pull different people in. I need your help. I need your advice. I'm really trying to wrestle this through in my own mind. What should be my blanket approach, which for the majority of my time when I'm street preaching, I use this when I go out on the streets. I'm not saying I wouldn't use either method at different times, but I just need your help. Please, would you consider helping me, brothers and sisters in Christ, because I need to, it's very hard to judge yourself when you're watching yourself back. So please help me. May God bless you, and leave your comment in the comment box below. Tell me, what do you think is the best style, the best approach as you're preaching the gospel? God bless you.
Did you know, friends? Did you know there is a day when mercy will be cut off? Did you know there's a million roads to hell, but there are no exits? Does it not frighten you that people pray in hell and nobody answers? Do you know there's one word in the Bible, the most terrifying word in the Bible is this. There was a man who once prayed in hell, and do you know what? Do you know what his answer was? He said, remember. I'll tell you one thing for free. In hell there'll be no memory loss. There'll be no memory loss. God will give you a mind of all the times that people pleaded with you on these streets and said, turn to Jesus Christ. We love you and we're here because we care about you. You'll have a mind of every time a leaflet was put in your hand and someone said, please consider these things. And for all of eternity, you'll regret it. Listen to this, friends. There is hope to be found in Jesus Christ. The Son of God, Jesus Christ, came into this world and he bled and died on a cross. But that wasn't the worst bit of physical sufferings. It says, between the 6th and the 9th hour, darkness fell in the land, and between those 3 hours, Jesus cried with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me? And all of God's anger, all of God's wrath, all for the bad things you've done, was poured out on Jesus for you, so you can be forgiven and have a home in heaven. Question to you, to every person going by, what do you think about this person, Jesus Christ? This person who split time in two. Those of you who say Jesus never existed, let me ask you a question. When were you born? What were you born? Say you were born in 1991 like me. AD, after who? After Jesus Christ. This Jesus who made blind men see. This Jesus who healed lepers. This Jesus who had nails through his hands. This Jesus who had a crown of thorns through his skull. This Jesus who bled and died on a cross. What do you think about it? Who watches Coronation Street here? Do any of you guys watch Coronation Street? No one would admit to that. A lot of people watch Coronation Street, don't they? You know? And I've got to admit, I don't want to upset anyone, but you know, I think it's a bit sad. You were watching Coronation Street, and it's all about people cheating on one another, people getting drunk, and that's what entertains us. We're getting a bit on the, the sad side that, we're getting entertained by those things. I'm going to put a bit of a strong challenge here. I don't want to upset anyone, but just think about this. We talked about Logan Paul and suicide. When your grandparents were teenagers, do you think the rate of suicide has increased or decreased? Over to you. When your grandparents, everyone think of your grandparents now, when they were teenagers, do you think the rate of suicide has increased or decreased? What do you think? It's increased. There's a lot more suicides today. If you take God out of the picture and you go into a science lesson and you tell them you've come from slime, you've come from an accident, there's no meaning, there's no value, there's no purpose. Is there any reason why, our young people are really lost? I'll tell you why I go a bit strong on this level. I used to work in a school, and every morning I'd drive to school every day and I'd see this girl at this bus stop, just standing there. Pretty little thing, had the whole world at her fingertips. I found out 3 months ago that same girl committed suicide. And I can't help but think, did anyone tell her there was a God who loved her, who sent his son to die on a cross so that she could be saved, so she could have love and meaning and purpose? Why did you say that, sir? Don't walk away. You got it. They beat him. They put a crown of thorns on his head and they nailed him to a cross. Not because Jesus had done anything wrong, because you and I have done bad things. So, do you see this fist here, right? What do you reckon? And no one look. Do you think this fist has ever hit anyone before? What do you reckon? What do you think? Do you think it's hit anyone before? Maybe. It has. I said this in Wigan once and a man said, no, you look too soft to hit anyone. But I've hit people. Do you think these eyes have ever looked at things they shouldn't have? They have. They definitely have. But then ask me this, am I going to heaven? I am. Do you know why? Not because I've done anything wrong. I'm a bad person. Because Jesus died on a cross, taking the punishment for my sin. And the good news is this. Today, you can be forgiven too. There's only 2 types of people that get to heaven. Perfect people and forgiven people. So let me ask you this. Are you perfect? You're perfect. No. But you can all be forgiven. We stick around for one final challenge. Give me 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds of your time, okay? You ready for it, okay? What would you think of me now if I said to you, Harry Potter's a terrible book? What would you think of me? Okay, what would you think of me if I said Harry Potter's a terrible book, but I've never read it before? What would you think of me then? You'd say read it first and then make a judgment. Don't say the Bible's a load of rubbish without reading it first. And I'm going to give you a portion of the Bible for free. If anyone wants to take it, read it, think it through. Jesus died on a cross and he rose there for people. Thank you. Anyone else wants one? They're absolutely free. I'd love to give you. I saw you before. I saw your name Jude, is it? I could hear you on